And we live again. Welcome back to Live Inside the Booth. I'm your host, Marlon Lowe. Got another fun-filled evening for you today. Listen, thanks for joining us because I know it's kind of late depending on where you're at, but it's never too late to have an opportunity to talk to a young man who's a senior, who's about to be looking for to be a college basketball player. Somebody who's won a state championship before, who's been been to the regional quarterfinals with a high school team. Has been playing with some of the top players in the city and the state of Texas, and now it's his time. It's his time. So we have, you see him right there, Tre Elrod. Tre Elrod from Morton Ranch High School in Houston, Texas. He's live inside the booth tonight. You see the people behind there? You see that crowd? That's how they pack it in over at Morton Ranch. They be getting there. It's all around the whole building. It's all around the whole building. But look, as always, before we get started, look down at your computer, see your phone or whatever you're looking at on. Listen, hit that subscribe button for us. Hit the subscribe so you get updates and know when we're going to be inside the booth, who we're going to have in the booth, and get some live updates before everybody else. Also, hit the thumbs up button. All we're trying to do is continue to help grow the platform so we can get you and everyone else more notifications, more attention to what's going on and what we have for our social media, our news media network itself, as far as basketball and sports are concerned. So that's going to be good. There's also a share button. So you can let friends, family, colleagues, everybody else they know that we inside the booth. Here's that share button. It goes to YouTube. It goes to Facebook. Instagram, wherever you are. It goes to all of your social media platforms. You have the options yourself to let people know where you're at. If you want to follow us on Twitter, we're at Inside Booth on Twitter. At Inside Booth on Twitter. It's a great platform. We're having fun with it. Got some great shows coming up. Got some past shows with some very good players and some sports analysts from around across the state and across the country that talks about basketball. But look, without further ado, let's bring Tre Elrod into the booth. Let's get him in so we can talk some basketball, get some hoops, see what's going on with this young man. Tre.
Yo, how you doing?
I'm good. What's happening with you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
All right. Hey, man, listen. I hope it wasn't too late for you because I know most of you young fellas are night owls. Man, I've had somebody ask me one time, can we do it at 10 o'clock? Like, huh? So now I don't rock like that, man. I'm in the bed at 10 o'clock.
Man, I'm with you.
What time you usually go to bed?
Sure. If I ain't got nothing to do, I'm usually in bed around 10, and I'm either like laying down on my phone or I'm laying down finna fall asleep. So that's about the same time.
All right. And what time you wake up in the mornings?
For school, I gotta wake up at 6:30 every morning. So that's around now. Either 6:30 or 6 sometimes.
How you get to school every day?
My friend actually, he actually lives in our neighborhood, so it's like a 2-minute drive from his house to mine, and he just picked me and my cousin up, and we head over to the school.
And how far to ride? About 30 minutes?
No. I'm in the morning, it's maybe like a 10-minute drive, and that's only because of traffic.
Oh, that's cool. You ever had to walk home from school yet?
Oh yeah, of course. I've had to walk home plenty of times.
How long it take you when you walk?
Probably about a good 20.
Oh man, that ain't nothing, man. You can walk to school, man.
Oh yeah. I got my headphones in, listen to music. So yeah, I'll be straight.
All right. Well, that ain't bad then. That ain't bad. So check this out. There's not a trick question, but I'm gonna ask because I know. When you're walking, whether it's to school or when you're walking home from school, do you walk against the traffic or do you walk with the traffic where the car, you walk on the right side of the street where the car is coming behind you like you're driving, or do you walk whereas you can see what's coming at you? Which way you walk?
You always got to walk where you can see what's coming at you so you can know how to react if something do happen. But usually the way I walk, see, I got a little shortcut, so I ain't even got to touch the street. We got like a little creek behind our house, so I just cut through there, cut through a little fence cutout, and I'm home.
So you got the bayou shortcut. You just got to watch out for you just got to watch out for the snakes and the possums.
Oh yeah, and a little creek. Yeah. You don't want to slip and fall in that.
Absolutely. That's what's up. So look, you played at Morton Ranch this year. First of all, let's back up before that.
Okay.
You got a state championship, man.
Yes.
You got a state championship.
Yes.
And hold on a second. So around the crib, I know you got your sisters, you got your mom, you got your dad, you got your grandmother. Who else around the crib has a state championship?
I'm the only one. I'm the only one.
No, you don't.
I'm the only one.
Come on, man.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. My dad's correcting me. My mom, she has one. She got one back in high school too.
Oh,
she got one back in high school.
So you and mom, Big Willie around the crib, and y'all get to talk about that thing. Y'all the only ones so far that have experienced something like that. And so since your dad move around all the time and he kicking and he be in the gym a lot, he don't know what it feel like to be in the
he don't.
He don't know what it feel like to be able to put that thing on.
He don't.
You had a chance to talk to him about that yet?
Oh, sure. I always talk about his high school team, and he always tell me the same thing every time. He said his team probably wasn't good enough to even make it to state. So I just take it with a grain of salt. I just try to keep it to myself.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what you eventually got to do. I know you know all about it, man. You get that ring, man. You gonna get that little necklace, man. And one time you put it on the necklace, let the ring hang down, and just kick back around the crib. Just come in, just come back, say as you move around, say what you say. You know, you got to floss a little bit, man.
Oh yeah, there you go, right there.
Oh, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hey, see?
There it is,
That's it right there. That's it right there. Hey, it's something about winners, man. It's just something about people that have been through adversity, that have opportunity to go through the fire and come out with a crystal on the end, man, and some diamonds. Yeah, you've been battle tested.
Yeah.
So you won that at Second Baptist.
Yes.
And you was with I know you was with head coach Kevin Mouton over there.
Mm-hmm.
And you was over there 3 years. You won the championship. And so for your last year, you transferred out and went to Morton Ranch out in Katy. Tell us the reason for that.
I just wanted to spend my senior year with my friends. No, most of the guys over at Morton, I had went to junior high with them back in the day, so I pretty much knew everybody over there before I even went. So I just wanted to spend my last year, kick it with my homies, and hoop. So yeah, that was the reason.
Now let me tell you something, man. That's to me, that's big time. That says something. It's like, look, man, I'm gonna go over here and get these dubs, man. I want y'all to hold on for a minute. Go get these dubs, get this ring. And when I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna hang out with y'all, we're gonna try to go get another one together. Cause I want y'all to see, like I done been through there, and I'm gonna come hang out with y'all. We're gonna do this. But just the fact that you go to the senior year, you decide to stay around the house, close to the house, like you said, a 15, 20-minute walk.
Yeah.
And you get to hang out with your friends that you've been with your whole life, basically, as far as out in that area. I think, what was it like walking down the halls of Morton Ranch as opposed to a Second Baptist?
Well, Second Baptist is a private school, first of all, and Morton Ranch is a public. So just the size of the class different. I think at Second Baptist, we only had like 110 kids like in our class. So it was super small. And over at Morton, I think we got somewhere close to like 900. So it's definitely a difference in the amount of kids, how many kids, how big the school is. So it was definitely, I wouldn't say an eye-opener, but it was kind of a reminder, because I guess I had kind of gotten used to the private school life where you may see 2 people in the hallways. Rather, when I go to Morton, there's 400 kids out in the hallway. So it was definitely a reminder of where I came from. So now I was already kind of used to it, knew how to flow in, and it was smooth sailing.
So it didn't take you. So it didn't, don't take this the wrong way, but I love the movie Life.
Okay.
Life, and my man Bernie Mac said, so you ain't gonna take you hard to adjust. It ain't gonna take you hard to adjust.
Nah.
It didn't take you hard to adjust. You was able to just flow right up in that thing.
Yep.
You knew people just roam down the halls. You just had to figure out which class you was going to and shake the little underclassmen off that's trying to hang on to you.
Exactly.
You know they try to hang on to you like this young fella right
here. He tried to. He tried to.
What is he doing?
I don't know.
I'm like, come on, man. Like, I saw that. What is this guy doing?
Man.
But so this year at Morton Ranch, you guys went 28, basically around 28-6.
Yeah.
Lost, I think, in the quarterfinals. The regional quarterfinals to Elkins High School, who wound up losing in the finals to North Shore, I think, in overtime. So you guys were right there. What was the experience like this year as far as playing with Morton Ranch and the guys over there? Because you played with some other guys that are kind of household names in the city, and guys like L.J. Cryer and Eddie Lampkin. So what was that like as far as playing with those guys on the court and as a unit of the team? Tell us some of the good things about it, what your experience was like.
Well, I think over at Morton, I think basketball is all about experience. So the more experience you have, the more teams you play on, the different type of teams you play on, I think that all helps. So I think going to Morton, like you said, I had already knew, LJ and Eddie and Wesley Sellers had already kind of made a name for themselves over there. They were, kind of the front runners of the program. So really my mindset going in was to just try to contribute as much as I can, helping the team out as much as I can, being the senior on the team, trying to give them wisdom, on how to do certain things. So, but my experience over there, I loved it. I think some people, they get the wrong idea of some guys. They think some top ranked guys are, kind of standoffish. If you ain't ranked, they don't really want to talk to you. But LJ and Eddie and Wesley, they're the complete opposite. They're super, super cool people to be around. And it was a great experience.
I like that. That sounds good. That's refreshing. Like you said, you took what you had and who you were and what you learned at your previous school destination. You came over there, you're around some players that people might think are kind of had their nose up or prideful players.
Exactly.
You fit right in. You brought your toughness. I'm not gonna say what you, but I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna tell us what you brought to the table, because like you said, you had some veteran leadership. You were a senior on the team. You had an opportunity to interact with those guys and be a part of something special with them, because y'all went a long way. And as before the previous picture, before we got up inside this booth right now, you guys had great crowds over there. So tell us what you brought to the table from a player.
I think as a player, coming from Second Baptist, I've always been able to shoot. So I wanted to bring shooting to the team, be able to space the floor out, whenever LJ or Wesley, one of them would drive, a lot of help would come, and I'd be out there on the corner ready to shoot. I wanted to bring my defense as well, on ball and off ball. I pride myself on defense. I think I'm a pretty good defender. So I just wanted to bring energy to defense, which, those guys had already had. So I just want to add it on to it with our, presses and our mans and our zones. So I just try to just bring that into the style of play. And I think it helped us out a lot.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, we start talking about 28-6. Yeah. You played an important role in making sure the guys got there. Now, when you guys lost to Elkins, tell us about how was that loss, or how much did you lose by? You remember the final score of that?
Oh, I think we lost by, I believe it was 6. 6. I just remember it was almost kind of like, I don't want to say it was like, like expected. Like, it was really surprising because in the first half we were up, I think we were up by like 12 in the first half, and we're going into the second half with confidence. We thinking, oh snap, like we got this. And I think in the end, when we fell short, it was kind of like a awakening for us, almost like a shock, like, oh snap, like it's lost. So I just remember being in the locker room just thinking, the shots I could have made, the plays that I could have made to help, just thinking about all the simple things that us as a team, mistakes that we made that, kind of, cost us the game, and, just just little, just it's crazy when you lose by that little. You think of all, the free throws, the dribbling the ball off your leg, just simple stuff like that you really don't think about it during the game, but afterwards it's like becomes like a really big thing. So I just remember like it being a kind of a shock to us. Kind of a shock.
Well, it definitely was a shock. I mean, it's a shock to a lot of people. The biggest thing around when I was talking to people, they was like, look, well, who do we pick? Who do we pick? Who do we pick? And a lot of people, they leaned y'all's way. And like you said, you had a good lead going into halftime. I think it was like maybe, like you said, between 12 and 14.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, things happen. And so, but let me tell you this, because I want to ask you the question right here. Every time, when I got to college, okay? Even in high school, and I remembered it in college, okay? My last game in the playoffs in high school, before we went out, a coach told us, he said, listen, guys, know this. From now it's the playoffs. Know that every time you get ready to run on that court, leave this locker room, it could be your last time for many of you guys. So were you in that mindset when you got ready to, every time you got ready to run out that tunnel and knowing that this could possibly be your last game as a high school senior?
Every single playoff game. I tried to cherish every game, not even playoff, regular season games. I went in thinking like, this is my last year, I could be done after this. So I just tried to go into every game, just trying to cherish every game, just trying to do as best as I can every game. And, whenever playoff time came around, our coach had actually said the same thing that your coach had told you guys. It was like, this could be the last game for some of you seniors. So, or this could be the last game of the season for some of you younger guys. So he just always appreciates us to try to go as hard as we can and try to leave with no regrets. So I think going in, that was always the mindset.
Absolutely. So now the season is over with, okay? Now the season is over with. We're at a situation right now where we're 2019, class of 2019. We're in the city of Houston. We're currently an unsigned senior. What are you looking at right now as far as playing? Are you playing as an unsigned senior on the team? Or are you in the midst of trying to make sure that you find a good fit still from a basketball perspective and an academic perspective, searching like that? Tell us where you at right there in your process.
Oh, okay. So right now I'm just I definitely want to play in college. So me and my family, we've all been they've been helping me reach out to coaches, contact schools that I'm interested in studying in, schools that have the majors and the programs that I eventually want to make a career out of. So right now it's just basically just finding the right school. I'm still figuring out the whole unsigned senior, playing the summer. I may play a couple tournaments, just get some more of my name out there, maybe get a couple more coaches to look my way. But as of right now, it's just looking at what I want to do with my life after basketball, because it's all gonna end one day. So just trying to figure that out right now. Looking at a few schools, looking at the programs, figuring out what's best for me, because this next 4 years is gonna be probably some of the most important years of my life. So just trying to figure it all out.
And they're gonna be some of the funnest years of your life.
Oh yeah.
Man, you ain't got you ain't gonna have a curfew. You know what I mean? Mom, you ain't gotta worry about mom and granny talking about where you at. Oh, you're gonna have a great time. So as you and the great thing about what I'm catching from you is that you're looking at and you're sorting through all the options as far as whether it's sports and the academic piece, because you said the ball it's gonna stop bouncing at some point in time. So you starting to plan for what you want to do it seems like that you want to have more than just be an athlete. You want to be something else. You don't want anybody to just tell you to just shut up and dribble. So what are some of the areas of you're looking at as far as skills? What are you looking to do? What are some of your strengths that you would like to do from a academic standpoint and that will lead you to somewhere out after basketball?
So right now, I'm really, for the past maybe 4 years, I've been really interested in footwear and like sneaker design. So, designing shoes, looking at, different companies that design shoes. Obviously, you got the Nikes, the Adidas, Under Armour, stuff like that. Looking at streetwear designers, how they design different clothing that, attract people's attention and, people are hooked on it. So I've been kind of looking at programs and schools that have, business and marketing, footwear design, or just any type of design in that matter. Then also, some people may not know, probably about a year now, I've been interested in music production. So, working with, yeah.
Oh, I did.
Yeah. Yeah, I got like a little home studio set up at the crib. So I'll be, working on beats, working on making different stuff. So I've been that's like a little side hobby that, I've been doing quite often. So I'm actually looking at schools that actually have that program, those programs and those resources that, could potentially help me out and possibly make that a career as well. So those are the main two things. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. That's incredible. So, I get a chance to talk to a lot of guys, but most of them are still young and up and coming. So they haven't really worked that part out as far as what they want to do. And a lot of times I really haven't asked them right there, all of that. But for you to sit back and start talking about you got footwear, sneaker design, streetwear, and music production.
Yeah.
If I'm a college coach, I'm looking at him like, we have that. And this guy, I'm feeling this vibe that he got right here, and he can bring some things to the table. So I'm gonna be all in and be interested to hear what's going on. But I gotta ask you this now: your dad he's a music guy. He's a music guy. He's an old school guy that he just sit back and say, hey, you're gonna turn to you what you know about this. What you know now? Is that where you get the music production part from, or is that just something that just came along on his own?
It's funny because obviously my whole life, like you said, my dad is an old school type of dude. So, some people think kids nowadays, they just know about the Lil Uzis and the Playboy Cartis today. Nah, trust me, I know about the Jay-Z, the Nas, I know about the Mobb Deep, I know about Dog Pound, I know about all that. I know about a bunch of stuff. So yeah. Yeah. So music has been around me all my life. My mom actually, she wanted to be a singer back whenever she was in high school. So she wanted to do music production as well. Mm-hmm. And my cousin, he lives in Chicago right now, but he's actually an artist. He records, he produces music, and every time I'm around him, I always see him fumbling with keys and putting different audio clips in different places. And I've always been kind of like interested in how does he do that? So I guess just recently, I guess I just been kind of like hooked on it. And I'm like, no, let me just try it out and see if I like it. And I've been going on a year strong and it's been pretty good. So I think that's where it all comes from though.
All right. Okay. So it's just been a gradual process, just been wearing inside of you, wearing on you being a part of who you are. That's good. So if you had a chance you're in Texas right now. Are you just locked in on staying in the state of Texas, or are you willing to be able to move around, go outside the state of Texas if it has the opportunity to play sports to help further your academic career along with sports? Or you just locked in on the state of Texas?
No, of course not. I'm from Ohio, lived in Philly for 6 years. So I'm always open to moving different places, seeing different things. To me personally, I think it's important to travel and see different things. I think seeing different things, you get different perspective from different people around the world and around the country. So if that opportunity to play sports and be able to do what I want to do academically, whether that's out of state or in state, I'm always up for it.
All right. That fits. That works. I understand that because, you have some people, they haven't been away from family a lot of times. And if they go up too far, it doesn't work out for them. That happens a lot, Yeah. So like you said, you originally from Ohio. You was born in Ohio?
Yes. Born in Oberlin, Ohio. Yep.
Okay, born in Ohio. Then you went out to Philly. And you stayed out there for a while. So and then for 6 years out there.
Yeah.
You came to Texas, and Texas is broad and moving. It's big old place, and so you're okay with just being mobile and moving around.
Oh yeah.
Are you know? Would you have a preference? Never mind. I'm not going to ask you. I'm going to ask you anyway.
Okay.
Preference on West Coast or East Coast? You don't have a preference, but I know when I just heard the song. You say your Jay-Z, Nas, and that's Philly stuff. That's East Coast. But you did throw Dog Pound up there. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just asking. So that means that you can kind of balance the stick, right? You can
go both ways. Yep. East Coast, West Coast, they don't matter.
All right. I'm with that. Look, man. I'm excited about having the opportunity to talk with you and get you up inside the booth, because I've been wanting to do it for a while, and it really helps now, unfortunately, but everybody's high school season is over with right now. Mm-hmm. And it gives us opportunity to be able to balance it a little bit more, because you guys had practices throughout the evening. And when you come home, you had school work. And so now it gives us, a little bit more freedom to be able to relax. So are you still working? What are you doing now that the season is over with, to make sure that when these schools call or somebody calls, to give you an opportunity that you're ready and prepared? What are you doing now?
So right now I'm just doing a bunch of working out, going to the weight room, obviously inside the gym, getting up shots, on the track, just trying to get college ready, to where wherever I go, I'm able to play right away. So that's what I'm doing right now.
All right. Is there you got a trainer or anything? You train yourself? Or how are we doing this?
Yeah. Right now, actually, my mom is actually training me. Funny story is, back whenever she was in high school, my uncle, Sean Resford, he went to Michigan State. So her summer going into her freshman year of college, he had worked her out. And she told me it was the worst summer of her life, because he tried to kill her in every single workout. But she said in the end, coming into her freshman year, she was averaging like 20 points a game. Like, she said after that summer, like, it was like basketball was like easy. Like, it was like, this is it. It's like, okay. So I think she's trying to do the same thing with me. She's been pushing me hard for these past couple of weeks, whether that's in the weight room, on the track, or on the court, just trying to get me ready, so that whenever I go into school, I can do the same things.
All right. Okay. I can dig it. You say mom, and it's definitely probably better for mom to teach you than dad, because y'all got something. You really got a lot of things that I like. You know what I'm saying? We can't, the other stuff, dad sticks to the music. Now, when they come out of this right now, me and mom going to handle this part right here. So I'm with that. And like you say, you got a good bloodline. You got lineage, because mom has a brother. And like you say, your uncle Sean Resford played at Michigan State. They're still in the playoffs right now. So I know Sean is kind of watching, looking on, and kind of still rooting for him. But oh man, I ain't mad at him. Michigan State's all right. But that's good that you're still working out. You're staying fresh. You're staying ready for the opportunity, so that when the opportunity presents itself, you don't have to get ready. That's the sign of somebody who's ambitious and who's always about being prepared, and who's going to be a professional. So I know that whatever you do, man, you're going to be successful at it. I'm excited about your future and everything that's going to come with you, and that you're going to bring. You got some drawings. You got a lot of drawings that you already made. You got
right now most of the stuff.
Not to show, but just say you got like a book where you put things together, come up with your own designs or something that.
It's funny, because I do a lot of like Nike ID stuff. So you know how Nike ID, you can like choose your colors, choose different patterns you want on shoes. So I do a whole bunch of them, and I just go on blank shoes and I put on different colors. Oh, I think this color would go right with this one, or that one wouldn't really be good with that one. So I do a bunch of that. Actually, for the music side, I write a little bit, just a little bit. I write a little bit, yeah. So I got some notebooks with some lyrics in there that I may drop one day.
Oh, yeah, we got the 8 Mile about to pop off. We got 8 Mile about to pop off up in this thing. I like that. Look, Tre, man, I'm gonna tell you once again, man. I just enjoy the conversation. It's always good. It's always fun, just for you to get a chance to get a feel for who you are and just to share it with everybody. So tell us, who's the funniest person in the house?
Funniest?
Yeah.
Funniest person in the house is probably me. I can be pretty goofy sometimes. I think it's me though.
How is that?
I mean, I don't know. It just kind of comes natural. You know, when the situation presents itself, I may say a little joke, and you know, it just comes out that way, and everybody laughs. So I think I'm the funniest one in the house, and I think everybody else can agree with that.
Okay, so from a sports perspective, who's your favorite player?
Favorite player is Kevin Durant. Always been Kevin Durant.
Why is that? What you like about Kevin Durant?
I saw Kevin first play, and like it's like a small memory back whenever he was in college in Texas. Obviously, I was only like 7 years old, but I just remember looking at the TV, and I remember seeing some tall, lanky dude, you know, shooting threes, you know, handling the ball, dunking on people, and I'm like, man, no, that guy's pretty good. So obviously following him into the NBA with the Supersonics, you know, I've always admired his game. Mm-hmm. You know, I try to, you know, mimic that, you know, with the hezzies and the jab steps and, you know, pulling up for three. So I mean, pretty much my whole life, that's always been my favorite guy.
So you don't like LeBron?
I like LeBron. No. See, people get it confused. They think just because Kevin Durant is my favorite player, I'm a LeBron hater. I don't hate no player in the NBA. LeBron obviously is one of the greatest of all time. I ain't got no disrespect for him.
Does anybody in your family like LeBron, like a head shoulders above anybody else?
I probably had to say my grandmother, my dad's mom.
Your grandmother?
She's a diehard LeBron fan. Diehard. Wherever he goes, she go. Wherever he goes, she go. He can do no wrong in her eyes.
Playing. I'm
dead serious. That is her favorite guy. Favorite.
So Granny ain't playing. She ain't playing no games. Don't say that about LeBron. No games. Oh, what's up. That's what's up.
LeBron slander. No LeBron slander around her. None.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'm with that. Now, if all the Elrods in the family had to line up on a line across side by side and had to sprint from here a 40-yard dash, who's gonna win?
I'm gonna win. Only like, okay, my sister Jalen, she runs track. That's like her main sport, and she's extraordinary at it. I give Jalen the long distance runs. Anything above, you know, a 200 meter, you know, if it's running a 400, she got it. She got it all the way. She been doing that all her life, and she's been excelling at that. But when it comes to short sprints, I think I got that.
Man, so I'm just saying, as we get ready to wind down, your household, y'all got it all in the crib. You got the LeBrons, you got the trainers, you got the musical genius and dad. You know, he putting everything the right thing in.
Yeah.
Athletes. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. I just think that hey, I just ready to come to dinner one night. I need to come to dinner one night.
Oh yeah.
And just watch how y'all just interact with each other, because that's the only thing that's missing right now is the family, so we can just see how everybody interacts with each other. I think it's great. Well, look, we'll get ready to get out of here. Once again, thank you. We'll have a great time as far as your future is concerned. If there's anything that I can ever do to help out, let me know. I'm always here, and I'm always trying to help as many people as I can. I think you're gonna do your own service on your own. It's gonna work out for you. Tell your dad, man. Tell your dad that, you know, we didn't talk about it a lot, but listen, that music thing is a big thing. I know your dad personally, you know, and he had a big impact on me, because he asked me, "Come on, Lo, you know what it is?" Makes me feel bad sometimes. I had to step my game up. I got to step my game up. He said, you know, music is our life, man. You know, you got to be able to give back to your kids. You can't ask a child and they not know who Jay-Z is, who Tupac is.
Man,
you know, like
that's crazy to me.
Yeah. So that's what it is. So, You have a good evening, man.
You too.
I appreciate you again being inside the booth with me, man. We're gonna have a chance to. I'm gonna give some updates in the future on what you're doing and what the rest of these guys have been doing around the city, around the state, and around the country. And hey, enjoy it. Finish school. You say graduation is when? May
23rd. Yep, May 23rd is the date. That's the date.
Man. No more having to get up in the morning. Hey, it's only getting up in the morning on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays.
Man.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, you get to sleep in a minute because you got late classes.
Man.
It's gonna be fun.
Man.
Take it easy, Trey. We appreciate it, baby.
Yep. You too. Thank you.
All right. Boom. And there you have it. Tre Elrod. Come on now. Listen at the flair. Listen at the flash he has. He's great personality, right? Great personality. Like, I can see how you could make a difference on anybody's team and anybody's company, especially in the future. You know, he's got personality, he's got charisma, he's smiling, he's laughing. He understands. Man, come on. We're gonna just leave it at that. Look, again, if you're just tuning in, make sure you hit that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel inside the booth so you can get updates and notifications on who we'll be having. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up so we can expand and broaden our base so that we can be seen by more people and they'll know who we are and that we're here to try to help and service the community within basketball and the sports arena on its own. Hit the share button. Let people know what you're watching. Let people look at this. It's a great place to be, right? It's kind of hot in here too, you know, but it's all good. I'm willing to go through it. But look, have a good evening. I appreciate it. Tomorrow coming in soon, we got Antoine Davis, the leader of the NCAA, the freshman that made the most three-pointers in NCAA history. I think he had 132 this year. He passed Steph Curry. He passed Trae Young. So young fella knows what he's doing. He knows how to put that thing in the hole. So y'all have a good evening. It's about 9. It's late right now. Maybe it's early, depending on where you're at. I'm Marlon Lowe. Thanks for joining me inside the booth. Good night. That's like Russell Simmons. I like that. Say, thank you for coming out. Good night.